Hey, YouTube! Listen, so much going on in the world right now. A lot of celebrity gossip stuff, and you know what? I'm not going to bother with that. I came to apologize in a sort of way. I used to blog and write about the caregiving industry. And I say caregiving because it's a broad word with a lot of broad meaning. It means those individuals who go out day in and day out and provide care and companionship. So the elderly, people with disabilities, whether they're children or adults, or vulnerable populations, these people go out day in and day out, provide care and companionship so they can live long, independent, but dignified lives in the comfort of their homes. And that home could be a nursing home, a care facility, an Alzheimer's facility. But I know most people want to age, live, and die in the comfort of their own little apartment, their mansion, their farmhouse, wherever it is in the world. Those people I call caregivers. And on the broader term, we're talking about the long-term care industry. And for those of you who are not sure who caregivers are, they're family caregivers. But my focus is on the millions of professional caregivers out there, people who've had training, who've gone to schools. You may hear them being called CNA, HHA, which is a home health aide. In some states, they're called patient care technicians. And it all depends. Caregivers come in all forms and shapes, sizes, and educational backgrounds. We're saying they've been marginalized and just not given the acknowledgement that they deserve for the work they do. I don't know of anyone who have ever woken up one day and told their mom and dad, I'm going to be a caregiver when I grow up. Never. We all want to be doctors and lawyers and scientists and celebrities. Ain't going to happen. Every 30 seconds, there's a new diagnosis of dementia somewhere in the world. We know Alzheimer's disease has been a pandemic. No one talked about that. But, as we all age, and trust me, if you're 25 today, this is going to be smack dab in your front yard sooner or later. And everyone who ages is not infirm or need care. But just in case you're looking for that person to care for mom and dad or an uncle or aunt or grandmother, grandfather somewhere, you need to have this conversation. And it's not a conversation on kitchen table talk or in bars and when we're hanging out together. I'm passionate about caregivers. And I will admit I've had a very cushy life in the field of caregiving. I've been educated in 2 continents. I've traveled widely, and I came upon caregiving while I was a mental health specialist in a maximum security prison. That's another conversation, you won't believe it. San Quentin State Prison here in California. I've always been a caregiver, and the word got around in the San Francisco Bay Area that I knew my craft. I was trained as a nurse and educated as a mental health nurse in the UK many moons ago. But I had a professor and a nursing instructor who took me out on rounds when we realized that home care was going to be the caring of the future. This is not a secret. You can have heart surgery, cancer care, cancer surgery, and you're going home in 4 to 5 days. So caregivers are going to have to be well trained, confident, and competent. And that's where people like me come in. So I really work as a private care manager. Families hire me to manage home care for a loved one. I liaison with the pharmacist, their doctor, sometimes their dentist, and I'm also given the authority to maybe hire, caregivers, aides to assist me so I can create that environment where mom and dad, uncle or aunt, whoever, can remain in their homes and live the best life. Look, if you're a CNA, a home health aide, a patient care technician, including the male versions, a lot of male caregivers are out there. Shout out to you. You might wonder, why is she so happy about this? Many people think caregivers are those people who perhaps just washes someone's behind. No, we have conversations, we create bonds, we create relationships with people we would never meet in everyday life. Most of you know that nursing homes are understaffed. Many times, care facilities, including the upscale Alzheimer's facilities, do an overkill when they're advertising services for their care facilities. Look, this industry, it's already on its face. COVID-19 exposed all the cracks in an already long festering wound in the caregiving industry. Understaffed, under-acknowledging the caregivers, the care workers, who are so dedicated to the work they do. And most long-term care workers love what they do. They're not needing our pity, but they don't want any compliments. Pay them now and compliment them later. I believe that caregivers are the heart and soul of this industry, the backbone, so to speak. We are going to have to rethink the way we think of care workers, because we are going to need them more and more, as the world has just shown. What we're going to do with this series, The Global Caregiver, I'll try to highlight caregiving in other countries. Hence, the global caregiver. I want to know how other people in other countries may be less fortunate than us, or maybe doing better than us, how they're faring. I've been to Copenhagen, Denmark. I've interviewed caregivers in Trinidad and Tobago. I know quite a bit about the world caregivers, but I want to know more. And where we are now, I hope to say post-COVID. If you're a caregiver, you rock. I want you guys to join me on Global Caregiver TV, somewhere on YouTube. And I won't post every day, but I think it's time for us to restart this conversation with a new mindset. Bye for now. Thank you. Bye.